Well, hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Welcome. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian here with another video. This time on Mercury in Taurus, which we just saw that moved into Taurus today, May the 10th, May 10th, 2025. I will um, share this with you. And right now, and here's the time clock for right now. Um, I'm recording this at 2:27 p.m. Because I just decided I wanted to do a video at no unparticular time. It's Virgo rising too, so all right. We're pretty much organized here. Um, and the moon moved into Scorpio not too long ago today. And here's Mercury at 0 degrees. They're in opposition to each other. I think that's probably why, because this is my sixth and 12th. Sixth house is Taurus. My 12th house is Scorpio. And I think that Mercury opposing the moon in these houses of mine, um, or, well, Mercury in the house, my house, sixth house of service, servitude. So here we are, sharing with you Mercury in Taurus, where we'll be, well, let's see. Mercury in Taurus is all about, um, hold on, wait a minute. All right. Mercury is about your intellect, communication style, the messages you receive and send, news that you get, and many ideas. In the sign of Taurus, it's, well, I would say perseverant, uh, grounded, earthy, um, unyielding, very um, nose to the grindstone energy, where you'll be communicating to in a very slow, methodical pace, like the tortoise and the hare, where the turtle wins the race. Um, you can go the distance. Um, Although you can also be like speaking from the heart and have a backbone of steel when you're communicating. And it's bringing lots of um, uh, probably self-esteem and boosting some confidence in you. Yes, giving you some um, sturdy, could be stubborn, hardworking, stable energy here with Mercury in Taurus. In your sign, well, hey, actually, we're going to go through that right now. I'm going to stop the share and let's see. Um, let's pull up this and we're going to change this to back to start. Well, let's start with Aries. Well, for Aries, oops, wait a minute. Hmm. Well, Saturn's gonna I'm sorry. Mercury will be in Taurus for a very short time. Actually, let's see. Let's move this into weeks. So here's Mercury in the second house for Aries. And if we go move this into weeks, well, by June, well, actually the end of May, let's go back a few days. Let's move Mercury back to 0 degrees. May, whoops. Well, all right. About the 27th, 6th of May, Mercury moves into Taurus. So that's a very short period of time that Mercury rule goes through Taurus. Not even a whole month because it just entered Taurus today on the 10th. So it's going to be only in Taurus for about 16 days. Wow. And then it'll go into Gemini. So, wow. So let's go back to Aries, okay, and then we'll go back to in weeks. When Taurus, and when Mercury is in Taurus. Okay, let's move this. Oops. There you go. Okay, okay. Mercury is in Taurus until May 26th. And today's the 10th, so I have this for Monday. So yeah, actually here's Aries rising. Mercury is in your second house of money, finance, possessions, things that you own, things that you've purchased with your own money. But be more deliberate in what you're spending on. Be more discerning, be practical. Taurus is a practical sign. It's an earth sign. All earth signs are practical, pretty much. So, so and this is a second house. So when you have the sun here, although Uranus is also here at the 26th degree next to Algol. So actually, this is a pretty good for money situation, an unexpected money situation to occur. You'll be communicating about it. You'll be using your intellect. So I'm sorry, Mercury rules your third house of communication and the internet. So you may be spending money on the internet or like online purchases. Who knows, Aries? And it also rules your sixth house of work and service. So you could be selling something on the internet too. Actually, possibly. Aries, I think. Yeah, no, hey, that's pretty good for Aries, I think. I would say. Um, it's a good time to do a service. on the internet where you'll be making money, because the second, the sixth, and the 10th house are the money-making houses. So, and Mercury rules your third house of the internet. Maybe you'll be starting a podcast or being recognized for your YouTube channel if you have one. Aries. um, and it's opposing, well, it opposed the moon on the 10th. So it's already at the ninth on the 19 degrees on Monday the 12th. But we're gonna have a full moon this day later, this today. So we're just focusing on Mercury in Taurus. All right, let's move ahead to Taurus. Well, Taurus, you're going to be communicating, more people may be communicating a lot about you. This is all about you. So you'll be either talking a lot about yourself, talking about what your needs are, talking about um, physical, pleasurable things, tangible items. Because hey, Mercury rules your second house of possessions, the things you own, the things you purchase, with your money that you earn from the fifth house of fun, children, a entrepreneurial business, maybe. Mercury rules your fifth and your second houses, and it's in your first. So, um, purchasing something that'll make you look better, appear better, look much nicer. Your people will talk about the way you look. That's most likely the case, that people will be talking about you and your possessions and everything like that. And the fifth house, maybe your children, about children, um, speculative gains. This is a fun house because the a fun house, not a fun house like in a at a carnival, but it could be a fun house like that. Uh, so yeah, Taurus. This is the house of fun, the house of the fifth house of which is ruled by is Virgo. So it's very practical. It's a practical of having a practicality to this your level of fun. So it needs to be organized, structured in a way that is geared toward your well-being, because this the Taurus and Mercury and Virgo are trying by each other by sign. If you have any planets between 3 and 10 degrees of Taurus, then this would be great for you if you have any, or 3 to 10 degrees in Virgo or Capricorn, because Capricorn is a ninth house. This is a moksha, or these are your Dharma houses. It's all about you. The first house is you. The fifth house is what gives you pleasure, fun, what brings you joy or fun. And then the ninth house is your belief system, your um, religion, or your what you believe in. Your how what do you are you bel do you believe in yourself as much as you should? Um, in Taurus, you should believe in yourself. Everyone should believe in themselves. Saturn rules your ninth house, though, which is in your 11th house of friends. So, but they were talking about Mercury here. Mercury rules your second house and your fifth house. Money and fun. All right, let's move on to our Geminis. Well, Gemini, Mercury is going through your 12th house of self-undoing. Maybe you're said say something that offends someone who's a hidden enemy, or you're self-sabotage yourself by saying something that shouldn't have been said. Self-sabotage. The 12th house is self-sabotage, hidden enemies. And so yeah, there's a lot more that the 12th house, but um, Mercury in your 12th house. And it rules you. Mercury rules the Gemini of you. So you may say something, Gemini, that may be a little off, that someone may take the wrong way. And yeah, just be sure that you're speaking from your heart and that's not saying things for the sake of saying them, Gemini, because you also rule Gemini. Mercury also rules your fourth house of home, your mother. Um, well, although your mother is the moon, ruled by the moon, and the sun is ruled by your dad. He's your father, so um, but Mercury rules your fourth house of home, your uh sanctuary, where you feel safe. Um, all right. What else do I want to say? About the Gemini? Nothing. Okay. Next, Cancer. Well, Cancerians, you have Mercury in your 11th house right now. Mercury in the 11th house, you'll be communicating more with your friends, social groups, or groups you joined that are love like-minded than you, because Mercury is communication, like-minded, right? Yes. Mercury, yeah, is messages, news, ideas, right? Yep. And you'll be getting ideas, help our friends bringing messages to friends or receiving messages from friends. And people in your social groups. Cancer. Mercury rules your 12th house of self-undoing, hidden enemies, uh, backroom deals, um, things that are hidden from you, that are hidden. Um, it's a hidden house, the 12th house. It's where you go to those the backroom boardroom, I guess, could be cancery. You have a great idea, and you're going to negotiate them in a setting that is out of view from the public. And also, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. The other sign that's ruled by Mercury is Virgo, your third house of your familiar environment, your neighborhood, neighbors, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and those familiar to you, places and people familiar to you, your extended family, and your neighbors. So you could be communicating with your neighbors. Actually, I would be where uh, this is a good thing, unless you say something, you may want to deal with something, but make sure you do not create an enemy here. Cancer. You do not want to create an enemy where there is none. So be cautious, courteous, although you can be stubborn with Mercury and Taurus. Um, just make sure the message is clear, concise, and to the point, and very practical. That's what I have to say for you, Cancer, when Mercury in your 11th house, ruling your 12th and your third houses. All right, we're moving on to the next sign, which is Leo. Leo. Mercury has moved into your 10th house on May 10th. Mercury in Taurus. So this is all about your public persona, your public image, career, how you see it in your career. People in your career may be talking about you, or you may be talking more to them. They may become friends or colleagues or benefactors for your cause of your career and your purpose of no, your career, not purpose. Your career, your public image, how you're speaking out in public, very slow, steady, methodical, clear, concise, with social groups and about money and and possessions. So, Mercury rules your second house of money in your 10th house. So you could be um, communicating in a group where you'll be making money for your career. This is a possibility. I see a money situation here in a communication field where you'll be in the front and center in the spotlight and in a social group. Maybe you'll be the leader of this social group who will be bringing new ideas, new steady and slow, methodical, concise ideas about a career move or something that you are uh, want to make yourself more seen in a more pleasurable, more um, bringing messages and news that are grounded and and stable, reliable. To show you that you are a reliable to your cause. And yeah, so that's what I got for you, Leo. This is really great for you, Leo. You're going to be communicating for your position, for a really strong position here in your career, in your public persona. All right, next, Virgo. Virgo rising, most likely, because actually you can look to this as put the sun here if your sun is in Virgo. Put the sun here too, or the sun in Libra, Leo, the sun in Cancer. You can do that for all these. Also, the sun and your rising. You can do a solar return, a solar chart, just a solar chart where you're looking at your sun from the sun's perspective. You have Virgo sun, put that in the first house. Virgo rising, this is you. Well, Virgo, you'll probably be talking about your purpose because Mercury is in your ninth house of purpose, higher learning, higher um, your higher self. This is the house of God, the ninth house, um, where you'll be showing more stability in your belief system. You'll be you'll you'll be communicating good news in a very positive nurture not nurturing but it'll be hardworking, earthy, um maybe you may become more dogmatic in your communication. um you're getting news and ideas from high up places, maybe. Mercury, you maybe even writing something, communicating about a book deal, Virgo, because this is the ninth house is also book publishing, where you'll be talking to an editor, who knows, or a book publisher, or your publisher. If you're a Virgo and you're a writer, Virgo, you will definitely could be talking to an editor, publisher, um, or just that'll boost her public persona, which could be a book that you're working on, you're publishing. So you'll be talking to publishers, editors, maybe also. Um, Virgo, because Mercury rules you and the 10th house, and it's in your ninth house. So it's all about you, your career, and the ninth house of higher purpose book publishing, as I said before. So, okay, now moving on to Libra. Libra. Mercury is in your eighth house. Libra. You could be talking to or about the occult science studies, occult sciences. Um, could be other people's possessions, other people's money, other people's values. You may be communicating about having a good news about an inheritance from a long lost relative, probably. Who knows? Or this is just off the top of my head. I just came up with that because Mercury rules your 12th house. So this could be a long lost relative who brings you money. The 12th house, Virgo, is the 12th house. And Mercury rules your ninth house of Gemini. Gemini on the ninth house of higher purpose, higher learning your purpose in life. Because career and purpose are not the same, are not always the same. In the ninth house, I think you can find purpose. Also, your purpose is your midheaven. If your midheaven is in this, yeah. But yeah, I will do a whole video on purpose and how you can find that. But yeah, Libra. This is since Mercury is in your eighth house, it's about communications, news about um, other people's money. Debt collectors may come to you or get in contact with you. This is only, it could happen, Libra. Hmm, because Mercury rules your ninth house and your 12th house. So make sure when you're communicating, you're deliberate, concise, and structure, stable, saying things that are, um, you're always communicating intelligently, but just slowly, um, honestly, and yeah, and to show that you're reliable with Mercury and Taurus. Mercury and Taurus could also be hot-headed, so make sure you're just don't say something that will bite you in the butt when later on when Mercury gets into your ninth house or gets closer to Uranus. Um, that's when things can go awry at the end of the month or later in the month, like around the 20th, 26th, 25th. Yeah. Mm. Alrighty, moving on to Scorpio. Well, Scorpio. Mercury is in your seventh house of your partner, your marriage partner, your spouse, the one you're married to. This is a marriage house. This is a negotiation house where Mercury, your partner, may be communicating more than you do. Uh, this is not about you. The seventh house is not you. This is about your partner. Your partner will most likely be talking a lot about what's going on with you. May not feel right, but feel good because they'll be very um concise and very say things in a very reliable, stable, and perseverant type of way. Earthy, down to earth, and although they'll be very loyal to you. With Mercury here in your seventh house, Mercury in Taurus is very loyal. So your partner will talk about you in a very positive, stable way. Mercury rules both your eighth house and your 11th house. So friends could also be communicating very positive about you as well, because Mercury in your seventh house ruling the 11th. So maybe, or even a group you're affiliated with, or you're involved with, or a member of, um, friends or a group of friends, um, maybe talking beneficially about you, or your spouse will talk to your friends in a very beneficial way. And in a very positive light with the eighth house um, of uh, of others. Your spouse is others. Is your spouse's money. That you're a joint bank account with his spouse, most likely, or credit cards, um, that you need to pay off, or credit card debt, could be an inheritance, possibly from a spouse's family. Who knows? Could be possible. That's just what I'm one or two possibilities that could happen. This could be very beneficial for you to pay off some credit card debt, or get an inheritance, or just other people in general. Other people's values, uh, maybe actually your spouse, other people, and your definitely friends or other people too. Hopefully your friends and these other people are the same, and they will talk beneficially about you. That could be possible, or it could be the negative, go to the negative side where they don't talk very favorably about you, where you need to save and uh pay off some credit card debt, or owe money that you owe, money that you, yeah. All righty. Sagittarius is next. Sagittarius. Mercury is in your sixth house of service. Mercury rules your seventh house and your 10th house. So Mercury is in the sixth house of service, work, servitude. Actually, your rules your seventh of your spouse, um, business partner, that you work with, a business partner, uh, talking with a business partner about career advancement, being more stable, sturdy, and reliable, communicating and bringing news and new ideas into your service and clientele. Could be co-workers too. The sixth house is co-workers. Your so rules your seventh house of clientele, um your audience, because the seventh house is your audience. And so yeah, this is very beneficial for a career and making money, because because Mercury rules your 7th and 10th house of career. And Saturn rules your 2nd house. So it's also an Earth house of wealth and career. The houses of for career. It's a good time for you to negotiate a career deal or getting good news here. Something, some new work, some work. Sagittarius. All right, Capricorn. Well, Capricorn. Mercury is in your 5th house of fun, your children. Um, your children may be you may be communicating much more, much better or concise, being structured and uh, bringing them news that will be beneficial um, for your 9th house and your 6th house. Mercury rules your 6th and 9th houses. Okay, these are cadent houses, but um, the 6th house is service. So maybe your children will get a job, could find a job, or find their higher purpose through some creative activity that's fun for them. And you can actually help them with this, bringing their talents for communication into service and giving them a higher purpose. Capricorn. It's really great for that. Capricorn. All right, moving on to Aquarius. Mercury is in your 4th house of home. Um, your family, your ancestral line, your lineage, lineage, ancestral. Uh, you may be communicating more with your family about you're maybe talking about to your children and your 8th house. Uh, oh, the eighth. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. The 8th house is other people's money. Your spouse's a joint bank account with your family or your spouse about maybe you'll be communicating about expanding your home or communicating a new idea for the home. Something, getting a message to the family in a creative and other actually I'll be communicating about hidden things. Maybe you'll be talking about hidden skeletons in your closet. Who knows? It could be because the 8th house is a hidden house. It's communication, and Mercury rules your 8th house of communication. Aquarius, maybe be talking to the dead. Who knows? The 8th house is a mysterious house. It's the house of the occult. Mercury rules the 8th house. You may talk to the dead or or like or communicate about the skeletons that are hidden from the family to the family only. It'll be only personal to you. No one else will. You won't tell it to strangers. You'll definitely talk to amongst your family members only, and those you feel safe communicating, talking to about those things that are hidden from the outside world and only family will understand. Certain family members may understand. Mercury also rules your fifth house of fun, creativity, children. Um, this could be an entrepreneurial endeavor, a speculative gain, speculation, uh, gambling, fun, things that are fun. Even casual sexual relations in the home that are, yeah, secret. Pretty much. You'll be keeping lots of family secrets here that are hidden and from your children that are maybe um about a child, could be about a child, or two um uh, about your childhood, actually, could be too. All right. Pisces. Well, Pisces, Mercury is in your third house. It rules your fourth and your seventh. Mercury, you'll be communicating with your extended family about your home and your spouse. Or your spouse may be talking about you and two neighbors. Hopefully it's in a positive way. uh so yeah, with this full moon occurring with Uranus here, could be unexpected. All these things could be unexpected with Mercury and Uranus here with this full moon that's occurring. So yeah. Um, but for Pisces, Mercury in your third house. Your neighbors could be bringing you news. A spouse could be bringing news to the neighborhood, and the home and family could be bringing some interesting new ideas to your familiar environment. So that's what I got for you with Mercury in Taurus from now until the 20s, about the 26th of May. And let's go to days. So the 20th is when the sun moves into Gemini. Yeah. The 22nd to the 23rd. So the 25th, well, let's move this back in hours so we can show you exactly. Mercury moves into Gemini on the 25th. Yeah. Okay. Yes, the 20th. Whoops. Well, we're 20, the 25th is 29:59, then we're moving ahead. Here you go. Mercury is at 0 degrees, 0 minutes on May 25th. Yeah, that's Sunday, May 25th. and they'll be conjunct the sun very soon on May 25th. And that's the only planetary movement change in all of May. Until, okay, let's move this ahead till, oh, Saturn is also in Aries. Sorry. Saturn is moved into Aries. Also, yeah, let's see. Yeah, Saturn moved into Aries as well. The same day that Mercury moves, well, Saturn moves into Aries, and then Mercury moves into Gemini later that day on the 25th. So in one, two, the 25th, Mercury is at 28 degrees. Okay. Mercury, the 25th. That would be later in the day on May the 25th. So early in the morning on the 25th, Saturn moves into Aries, and then Mercury moves into Gemini later that day, evening. Interesting. So, all right. I just wanted to stop the share, and those are all the planetary movements for May. And that's it. So, okay. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to stop my share. Thanks for watching. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian. I do astrology and other stuff, tarot, and actually, I'd like to um yeah, I have tarot cards, I have angel cards. I also have angels and ancestors cards that I sometimes pull when I'm in the mood to. I have wisdom of the oracle cards. I have all kinds of card decks. Um, I also have angel cards, and the I also have another oracle deck. I have this deck by Renee Baribeau. She's a wonderful tarot card reader. And then I have another oracle deck, Nature's Whispers. Yep. And that's about all that I have. I have all kinds of other tarot decks as well. So yes. Um, so if you'd like a tarot card reading or an astrology reading for that matter, you can always book one with me. And yeah, we can go from there. So I pulled out my Universal Rider-Waite deck. And let's see what this week's cards. Woo! Hello. One fell out of the card deck. Oh, interesting. Well, we have this one that fell out is the Ace of Wands. Well, something new is happening. Something new, some new action is taking place here. But actually, that fell out of the deck, out of the card. I'm gonna pull another one. Ooh, we have the Chariot. So, um, we're moving forward in a very decisive way. You either move left or right. Choose your choice. For the Chariot, you will be doing something big, something new, something that's with staying power. With the Chariot is very stable, where you're going to be in charge of steering the where your life goes, and it's going to be very action packed and in a new um something that's new, something that's the Ace of Wands. That's like a faded, something faded is coming your way. Yeah. So that's what I got for you. So yeah, actually that's a taste of what my tarot. I could do a whole tarot spread for you. The Celtic Cross. And well, thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new here, and comment. It helps the algorithm, and I love hearing from you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.